Afternoon, guys. So we're back for another MoveWellRX session. This afternoon, we're going to look at breathing. We're going to do some wrist mobility, and then we're going to look at being able to move the spine and hips into a little bit of rotation. So first, we're just going to find a comfortable position so you can sit however you want. And we're just going to think about breathing in all the way down into our pelvic floor area. And then as we exhale, we want to think about taking the air up out of our lungs. So we're going to be pulling in slightly. So we're going to take a big inhale down, push out that belly, and then exhale. Nice inhale in through the nose, pushing air all the way into the outer part of the ribs and then down into your belly and pelvic floor. And then exhale. Take an inhale in, and then exhale. So we're going to do 4-second inhale, 4-second hold, 4-second exhale, 4-second hold. Followed by another 4-second inhale, pause, 4-second exhale, and then pause. And then in, pause, exhale, pause. As you're inhaling, make sure you're drawing your body up through the crown of your head. If you want to think about a string being pulled through the top of your head. And then exhale. Now we're going to try to get our spine involved a little bit so you can kind of feel it naturally happen with your breath. So as you take a breath in, you're going to feel your spine start to rise. And then as you exhale, your spine starts to sink. Take an inhale in, and then exhale. Inhale, exhale. Take an inhale in, and then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to see if we can make it a little more of a flow, kind of like a flag flapping in the wind, okay? So we're going to take our inhale in. We're going to lead with our chest, and then we're going to exhale. And then inhale, and then exhale. Inhale in, exhale. Very nice. All right, from there we're going to come onto our wrists and onto our knees in that quadruped position. And we're just going to keep our fingertips out to the side for right now. And we're just going to roll and rock back and forth, side to side. Again, we're going 5 to 7 reps, wherever your comfort level is. Fingertips are then going to go forward. We want to make sure the eye of our elbow is facing forward. Okay, that'll kind of help us to stack our shoulder blades. Okay, so same thing, we're going to rock forwards and then back. And again, keeping it between that 5 to 7 rep range. Kind of going wherever you feel like your body is leading you. Then we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to keep our feet instead of this position, toes right underneath of us. And as we're rocking them back, we're going to rock further and further back down, okay, into our squat position. So we don't want our knees too close together. We want them about in our squat position. And as we're working down, we want to try to get more weight onto the 4th and 5th toes. Then we're going to get into tall kneeling. Feet will be flat, so we don't need to keep our toes curled. And then from there, we're just going to sit back and then come back up again. So if you cannot get this far, you can put a yoga block underneath of you or a sofa, pillow cushion, sofa cushion, whatever you have at home. As you're coming back up, you want to think about driving through your glutes. Your glutes is what's squeezing you to come up. Okay? And then as we go down, we want to think about kind of using our quads as our brake. And then our glutes are going to be the gas or what's propelling us back up. And again, keep the reps where you're comfortable. We also want to make sure the bottom of our ribs stay stacked over our pelvis, okay? Good. On the last one, we're just going to come back as far as we can, wherever you're comfortable. Again, if you cannot reach this position, grab 2 yoga blocks. It'll prop you up a little bit higher. And then you're just going to gradually sink and kind of move down into that movement. Again, avoiding any limits of pain. And right there, you want to make sure you're still breathing. So as I take a breath in, I'm going to kind of push myself away from the floor. As I exhale, I'm going to let myself kind of sink. So it feels like you're kind of doing this little push-up with your shoulder blade. Each time you breathe in, and then breathe out. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And again, keeping the reps where you're comfortable. Okay, 5 to 7, 7 to 10, wherever your skill set allows you to go. Good. Then we're going to take one hand up. If you are not comfortable because of your shoulder, just move onto the fingertip. And then you're just trying to put about 80% of your weight on the opposite arm. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Again, we want to make sure the shoulder is back and not rounded forward. Okay, so we're not in this position. We're back. Okay, then switch to the other side. We're going to go back and forth again, 5 to 7 reps. And then we're going to take our fingertips off on that last one and reach over and rotate as far as you're comfortable going. And remember, we're still keeping that motion from our ribs and our hips. Okay, I don't want you to be twisting more from the back. Okay, shoulders still staying stacked. So all of my joints are in alignment. And as you're going, you really want to be reaching as long as you can, trying to make that arm long on the reaching side. Good, come up out of that position, back in the quadruped. And then we're just gonna do a few child's poses. So first version is just straight back. Taking a deep breath in and then out. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Notice where you feel tight. If you feel tight in your right or left rib cage, I want you to kind of rotate, shift a little bit. And then next time you breathe in, you're going to breathe into that rib cage where you're tight. And then exhale. Good, come back up. We're gonna stay with hips 90-90. We're gonna come back slightly, but take our arms forward. And same thing, take a breath in, and then out. Again, notice where you're feeling tight. Wherever you feel tight, I want you to breathe into that position. Again, we're going to keep the reps between 3 to 5 for that one. When you're done that, we're going to head right back into our quadruped. Again, we want to make sure our back isn't sagged, okay? We're going to take one hand and we're going to slide it through and just stretch. Take a breath in and then out, wherever you feel tight. Come back up. Then you're going to switch sides. Take the other hand, thread it through. Take a breath in and then out. Come back up. Switch sides. Thread that arm through. Really try to get onto the side of that shoulder as best as you can. Switch sides. Good. We're going to rest and come out of that position. I want you to get your head about you. Okay. The next positions we're going to move into are a little bit more challenging. So I'm just going to forewarn you. If you cannot do it, I want you to just move in the position that you are comfortable moving into. Okay. I don't expect you to go through the whole entire sequence, but it's something that we're going to work towards. Okay. So what we're going to do first is lay on our back. And then what you're going to do is bend one knee. Okay, so I'm going to start with my right side. And all I want you to do is make sure your knee isn't straight on, but you're kind of out about 45 degrees. You're still thinking about your tripod foot. So weight underneath the big toe, the little toe, or I'm sorry, ball the big toe, ball the little toe, and the heel, okay? You're just gonna push down through that heel and kind of activate that glute, okay? You can kind of feel how that pushes your whole hip up away from the floor. So it's kind of like doing a bridge, but you're moving into a slight rotation. So again, we're gonna do 3 to 5 of these. And then we're going to switch sides. I'm going to switch to my left foot. Same thing. I don't have it straight on. Out to the side about 45 degrees. I have my tripod foot pushing down through my heel, squeezing my butt while I slightly try to get some rotation in my pelvis. And again, go wherever you're comfortable. Keep the reps low if you're starting. If this is the first time doing this, then keep it around 3. For those people who have been doing this weekly, then you can, stay between the 7 and 10 rep range. Good. Switch back to our leg that we started with. So we've already done the first part, which is this, okay? Now with the same side arm, we're just going to reach a little bit, okay? And just start to get some rotation in our hips, in our thoracic spine. And again, you're just going to go where you feel comfortable as far as you can go. Okay, I'll show you what it's going to look like from this side. So I'm going to take this arm overhead. My left arm is just coming over as far as I'm comfortable with right now. Pushing down through that left heel. Each time I'm trying to roll a little bit further. If you want, you can use your fingers to kind of claw, pull yourself on the ground so you can kind of pull yourself over into rotation more. Very good. Next progression. So we've done part 1, we've done part 2. Now, part 3 is allowing us to rotate completely over onto our belly. So you're going to push yourself to the point where your hips are just going to roll over. Okay, you'll start to feel kind of weightless or effortless. So I'm going to push through that first part, bring my arm over, and then just roll. Okay. So I'm pushing down, reaching. Once I get to the point where I feel like my heel's going to have to come off the floor, then just roll over. Okay. I'm going to show you on the other side. Pushing down through my heel. I'm reaching as far as I can. As soon as my heel feels it's going to come off the ground, I just roll. Okay. And again, this is your first time. We're going to keep it between around 3 reps. Make sure that when you're rolling, everything's kind of rolling in one unit. Okay. We don't want the hips rotating way forward and faster than what the thoracic spine is doing. Okay. So now that we are on our belly, so we just rolled over, okay, what we are going to do now is take that same leg. We're going to bring our toes towards our shin, so not here, but here. And I just want you to lift up. Okay, so let's do 3 of those. So we are pushing our heel up to the ceiling and squeezing our butt, okay? On the last one, you're going to do that same thing, but then rotate, okay? So that your foot's back on the ground, and then come back. So we're going to push, rotate. Push up to the ceiling, rotate. Okay? Same thing on the other side. Bend that knee, push up, come down. Push up with the heel, come down. Push up, come down. On the last one, you're going to push up, rotate over, just to your toes, come down. Okay? And then come back. Bend the knee, push up to the ceiling, rotate, and then come back. One more, bend the knee, push up to the ceiling, squeeze your butt, rotate over. Okay? So to finish this, you're going to bend, lift, rotate, come back onto your heel, and then look at that, we're in the same starting position. Okay? So now we can push down again with our hip, reach, rotate, roll, bend the knee, push, rotate, and then come back. Okay. We're going to do a couple. I'm going to do a couple on my other leg. Okay. So we're going to do left leg. We're going to push down through our heels, squeeze our butt. Okay. I'm reaching as far as I can, rolling on my belly. We're going to bend, push up, rotate onto the toe, and then go right back to your start position. Okay? You're going to push down through your heel, squeeze your butt, start to rotate, reach, roll over. Then you're going to bend your knee, point your toes towards your shin, push up with the heels, squeeze the butt, rotate, and then come back. And then we'll do one more. So we're going to push down through our heel like we're going to bridge, reach, stretch, roll, bend, push up to the ceiling, rotate, and then back into that start position. Very good, guys. That was a little more challenging. Hopefully you've all been able to find your modifications and work into the positions that you're comfortable doing, okay? So before we finish, we're just gonna kind of center ourselves again, make sure that we are breathing properly, okay? That kind of got people maybe a little hot and sweaty. I know it's a little more difficult of a move than what we've been practicing lately. So find a comfortable position again. This time we're gonna take about a 4-second inhale, and then we're going to try to do a 6-second exhale. So remember, as you're inhaling, you're breathing in through the belly and pelvic floor, making that expand, expanding 360 degrees up into your ribs. Okay, so we're going to take an inhale in, and then exhale. Inhale in. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Good job, guys. Thanks for coming. Hope everyone has a good rest of the week, and then I will see most of you next week. All right.